Greetings. I've got this power supply which I was asked to replace. It had been damaged in a power surge and I was asked if I had anything spared lying around, and it turned out I did, so I've been able to tear this one open, take the cable off and swap it onto the other lead, so one happy bunny. But I've still got this power supply and I thought we'd take a look inside, and you can see here's the board itself, and it's quite it's interesting design actually, because it clips on to the end. Those are the connections into the mains, and it just clips in like that, and then this obviously gets bonded on. Well, I can't put it back together again because I've ruined the case, so I thought take a look, see what's gone wrong, and it turns out this fuse has gone open circuit. As you can see, but the rest of the circuit is almost dead short. If we look at the schematic, we can see there's a few things which could have gone wrong on there. My suspicions in amongst all these are going to be the surge protector. I think that's failed. Well, of course it could be a set of diodes which have failed, but I think it's that. Now I could replace the fuse, take these components out and test it one with each component out in turn to see what resolves the short circuit. But I have no use for this power supply. Like I said, I've destroyed the case. I've got no real use for it. So instead, I'm going to demonstrate why it's got this fuse and the importance of having the right fuse for the job. Now the fuse that's in here is rated at 3.15 amps. Which is roughly the equivalent of a red mains fuse, plug fuse. If you're in the UK, you'd recognise one of these. Now what I'm going to do is get rid of that, and it'll then be protected with the fuse that's in the plug feeding this while it's under test. Obviously, if you're running something with a normal mains plug, it's got the fuse in there. This normally would have that one. So effectively I'm going to be replacing that fuse with one about 4 times the capacity. Let's go see what happens. Here's the test rig. 12 volt battery, runs an air operated switch, runs that contactor, runs that socket. So what's going to go wrong? Is it the blue end that blew, or will the black end be blackened? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Okay, sorry, this is an example where you should really check to ensure you do have the right fuse, because that's not a fuse, it tripped the breaker. Let's do the same test again, a bit more truthfully this time, with a 13 amp fuse. And in fact what it's done is it's vaporized one of the tracks. So the fuse being the weak link, the next weak link up was that track on the board. So let's bridge that out like that and see what goes next. Nice scorch marks in there, by the way. It's blown out both sides of this choke, so I've bridged those as well now, and I've tested it, and this is where the short circuit lies. The culprit is the diode bridge. Let's see if a 13 amp fuse can protect it. Nope, but the breaker did. But not this time. That just blew the 32 amp breaker to the garage. I assume it hasn't blown the fuse. I think that's pretty much done and dusted. Always remember to choose the right fuse for the job. Thanks for watching.